What's going on, Spitfires? Welcome back to the year-end recap of the Spitfire Podcast. I am your host, Lauren LeMunyan, the Spitfire Coach, coming to you in my last recording of 2023. And wow, what a year it has been professionally and personally. And I just wanted to take this opportunity first to say thank you to all of our loyal listeners. And if you're just getting started, thank you too. We love that you're here. We've got 190 episodes. I can't believe back in 2017 when I started this that I would keep doing this all of those years, going on 7 years, that you've been listening, that you've been subscribed, that maybe you've been telling friends. We appreciate it. And I wanted to record this podcast episode because I would love for people to use this as inspiration for you to recap what you've done in the past year, because so much of what we do is left unnoticed. We don't take stock in it. We don't give ourselves the credit we deserve. And then we don't necessarily take that energy with us going forward. And we think of resolutions as like starting from scratch or starting from a new place and having to put out all this effort to create this momentum to get there. And the reality is you've already put in a ton of work. You've already laid the groundwork to get you to that place that you want to be. So I want to first reflect on the year, because that's going to give me and hopefully you some of that energy, that motivation to push you forward into next year and beyond. And you don't have to do this at the end of every year. You can do it at the end of every week. You can do it at the end of every day. It's up to you. So first thing that I am super proud of is bringing on a team member. And actually, I've brought on 2 team members this year. Now, some people don't know, but I used to be the queen of DIY-itis, meaning I needed to do everything myself. And I would bring on people to sort of kind of help me, and then I would grab it back. And I realized, like, this is not a very winning strategy. Like, who am I out there working with CEOs when I'm literally holding on to every single administrative task? So I went and I brought on another coach who is amazing, who is literally my right hand, because we work so seamlessly together in the way that we create new ideas, in the way that we strategize, in the way that we create systems and just make things more efficient. So I'm super proud of myself, and I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for trusting the process, for I think picking the right person to work with, and for really being open to offload. And along with that, we have had our best financial year to date. I can't even imagine. Every year is better and better. And, the economy is challenged apparently, but we keep providing value. Our clients keep asking for more. We're not really doing a ton of marketing, which is great. I should be marketing. I'm going to be doing more of that. But there is so much interest and so much demand for people to feel that they can trust you, that you can provide them with a service of value, that you will take care of things for them. And that's what I've really learned. It's like, keep showing up and offering. Keep showing up and asking good questions. Build those high trust relationships. So that's what we've been doing. Trust is our currency. We just keep going and doubling down on trust. And the other piece that I've really been proud of myself for doing and continue to do is putting myself out there. So a lot of people probably don't realize this, but I'm not really into like being front and center, which sounds weird because I'm literally talking to a screen right now. While I get on stage, I love it, but I get massive anxiety leading into it, second guessing myself, getting nervous, getting like all the butterflies and stuff. And I realized that in order to grow, in order to have the impact that I want to have in the world and with my clients and with my team, I've got to be visible. I got to put myself out there. And it's been challenging because first I moved to Denver and then I moved to El Paso. And I don't know if you know, but El Paso is not necessarily a metropolis for company headquarters. So I've had to be creative. I've had to create executive forums. I've had to go and speak at conferences I normally wouldn't have spoken at, some of them unpaid. And a lot of this has now been a reframe of looking at business development activities as investments and looking at that as an ROI. So where I put my energy or my financial resources behind, looking at where do I get gains for myself and exposure in new contacts and things like that. So that's been the push for me, is like, keep staying visible, keep recording podcasts, keep making videos, keep inviting people to these executive forums. So lots of stuff. Professionally, we also launched this really amazing on-demand learning platform, and we just onboarded one of our clients to, and we're super excited because it has been on my mind for years, and we finally did it because we put a system in place to make it happen and realized that it didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be out there, and it can be tweaked and it can grow. It's literally an ecosystem. So super excited about that professionally. And we're excited about the work we've been doing around psychological safety and innovation and communication, and also the Colby assessments. So just lots of really amazing things that I get to work on. And I also get to work with friends. Like, I get to bring on amazing coaches to contracts that we have. We get to all work together, and we meet once a month and soundboard and share ideas on what we're seeing and what we could offer to the clients and what they need. And just having that feedback loop has been amazing. And so I always hear from my clients who are business owners that it can feel really isolating. And I feel like we have done an amazing job of creating community, a collective community of like-minded people. Like, coaches, the coaches that come into Spitfire Coach are obsessed with being helpful. They are so compassionate and so I don't even know what the word is. They just care. They give a shit, And it's like, it's not advice giving, but they're also like, I'm not going to let people get by on lying to themselves. So it's just been this amazing evolution of alignment for myself and for the people that I'm working with, and also with our clients. Like, we have 3 non-negotiables that our clients have to stick with. And if we get any sense that like this is not working, they're backtracking or backsliding, then we end the engagement. And I've done that on a number of accounts where I'm like, this is not a good fit. And if you're curious, it's on our website of the companies that we work with and who we don't work with. So professionally, all that has been amazing. Abundance of plenty. And actually next year, one of my big core pillars is going to be about a give back. So if you have ideas on any philanthropic endeavors, any nonprofits that you absolutely love, let me know, because we are vetting them. I have some of my favorites, but there's ones I don't know about. So I would love to hear from you, all the listeners, of like, who are the nonprofits that you think are reputable, that you think really need the support. Would love to see it. Now, personally moved a lot. We actually had so much change happen this year that I had to put together a video and put it on my social media accounts, because if we'd attempted to put a card or a Christmas letter, it would probably be about 5 pages. So instead we put a video together with all of the updates. So personally, lots of amazing things happened. So I turned 40 this year, which was awesome. I got to celebrate in San Diego. We got amazing complimentary upgrades, because apparently when you have Bonvoy points and you turn 40, you get the double whammy of amazingness in Coronado. So that was great. And I learned to sail in Mexico. I don't think I'm very good, but you got to start somewhere. And it was definitely a learning process of who I can be around and who I can't be around. So can't wait for us to get our own sailboat where we can pick the crew and be able to make people walk the plank. No, I'm just kidding. So all that was awesome. I said previously that I moved down to El Paso, and we will be moving to DC next summer. I also got married. I got married in October, which was awesome. And the biggest piece of news is that we are expecting a little one. So there will be a little baby Spitfire coming in June of 2024. We are very excited. All of our family and friends are excited, and there's just so much love and positive energy towards this little entity that is growing rapidly inside me. So I am now working towards building my maternity plan. So super happy I have new team members that came on board. And I'm looking to have a nice, fully checked out maternity leave and know that all of the systems are in place So, people ask me, what's your theme for 2024? And I think the big thing is, it's creation, but like what really fuels that? And to me, it's just kind of this inner knowing, this understanding that everything is exactly where it needs to be. And if it's not, then the answer will emerge as it's needed. So I think my word, it was creation. I think it's knowing. So trusting my inner knowing. And when I don't really have the answers, knowing that at some point I will ask the question that will get me the answer that I need. So that is my quick update. I don't know how quick it was, but would love to hear what you have in store, what is coming up for you in 2024, what you are most proud of for 2023, what you're bringing with you, what you're carrying forward. Feel free to put it in the comment section. Feel free to email me, Lauren@spitfirecoach.com. And as a reminder, if you're not already subscribed to the podcast, you can go to Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and make sure you look up the Spitfire Podcast and tell a friend. Go ahead. Well, y'all have an amazing, amazing holiday season. Make sure you close out 2023 with a bang and make sure you get nice and rested up because we got some big stuff to do in 2024. And y'all keep being awesome.